Vandeham Sri Guru Srijata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhannitamscha Vande Guru Padadandam Bhakta Vrinda Samannitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhung Bandi Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanang Bande Radhika Charanodvayam Sri Nandanandanang Bande Radhika Charanodvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Guravi Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Offering my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of their divine graces, Guru Pada Padmas, His divine grace, all their divine graces, Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Jai Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, all the Rupananga Guru Varga, I am humbly praying for their divine grace be showered upon all of us. So, that's next. I offer my prostrated, devoted obeisance unto the lotus feet of His divine grace, Paramhansa Kula Churamani, Anantasri Vibhushita Acharya Bhaskar, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada, humbly praying that His benevolent grace, causeless mercy, be bestowed upon me, bestowed upon all of you. All glories to all our Rupanuga Acharyas, all the Guru Varga Vaishnava Vrinda. All glories to these beautiful temples, Shri Radha, Govinda Mandir. So, Hare Krishna. So remembering, offering my loving gratitude to my Guru Pad Padma, His divine grace, Srimad Bhakti Rakshak, Sridhar Goswami Pad, Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Thakur, Shaparshat Prabhupada. I'd like to speak something spontaneously. See, it is needless to mention further that I have always been so happy, so pleased to be here in this wonderful, beautiful temple. Shri Radha Govinda Gaudiya Math, I can call this way. Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda Mandir Gaudiya Math here. This wonderful, beautiful temple has been manifested through the special desire of His exalted holiness Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Thakur, and it manifested through our benevolent Vaishnava Acharya Srimad Bhakti Sadhak Muni Maharaj, his special service, also assisted by beautiful sannyasi devotees, such as Sripad Bhakti Chakur Narsingha Maharaj, Bhakti Sundar, Sadhu Maharaj, our Sripad Shanta Maharaj, Bhakti Sudar Shanta Maharaj, also Bhakti Nishta Madhusudan Maharaj, and all other related sannyasis, brahmacharis. And I find it so happy with seeing this temple is going on so beautifully, flowing so beautifully with some sweet devotional services rendered by temple living devotees, all the related sannyasis, brahmacharis, householder devotees. So it's very, very pleasing fact. Here I also feel it's a place of unity and harmony. It has been a very good place for the spirit of our loving unity and harmony among the sadhus, Vaishnavas, all devotees. I have appreciated. I felt appreciation of the broadness, some benevolent, loving nature of this beautiful temple and the temple resident devotees, under the guidance, loving care of Srimad Bhakti Sadhak Muni Maharaj and other associated sannyasis. So, every time I keep on traveling, with Harikatha. When I come on Harikatha tour in the European countries, I come over here with some special feelings. Come over here with a special attraction, and loving feelings of love for this beautiful ashrama. I just spontaneously felt like speaking these words. Gaur Hari Bol. Here also I find devotees are engaged in cultivating the life of Krishna consciousness, life of service to Sri Radha, Mahaprabhu Radha Govinda Devji, under the gracious guidance of Guru Varga, very nicely with purity. This is what is needed. Devotees are engaged in the loving services, devotional services here, with purity, some devotion, as much as possible with sincerity, according to their natural capacities and sincerities. Very laudable. Very good example. One of the ideal examples set by these temple activities. Krishna. So, what is just spontaneously coming in my mind to explain about something that here on this mundane plane of our existence, we are all more or less bound and conditioned by different time, place and situations. So our aim should be to relate all the different time, place, situations, all our different relative time, place, situations in our life, to the central truth. In other words, to try to relate and utilize all our time, place, situations in favor, in the interest of Lord Krishna, the Supreme, Absolute Divine. We should be planning our lifestyle, should be designing our lifestyle in such a way, no matter whatever time, place, situations we are living in, but planning those time, place, situations to be used in service to Krishna, in the interest to Krishna. Just as we are doing different plannings in our life in so many ways, planning to do this, do that. We make some plannings and we make future plannings, designings, making our schedules, different way for the mundane benefits, for our mundane achievements. Similarly, we should also be planning with care and respect to be doing something, engaging in some respectful, loving service service to divine couple Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu Sita Ramachandra, Lakshmi Narayana. In other words, we should also be planning nicely, respectfully to be engaged in dedicating, devoting our life's activities in the service of the Supreme Absolute Divine, in the services. So that our life becomes fulfilled. Life becomes immortally fulfilled. No matter whatever plannings, whatever good plannings, we do to develop for the development benefits of our mundane life, for the profit of our mundane life, they all remain ultimately mortal. Ultimately, they all remain mortal, temporary. With the death of our material body, everything left behind. Everything just left behind remains here. We cannot take anything with us. After the death of the material body, after the departure of our from this material body, we cannot take any things, any of our earnings, any of our wealth with us, along with our bodiless identities, spiritual identity. When our soul departs from the material body, all these mundane wealth and mundane earnings, accumulation do not come in any help. But the spiritual sukriti, the spiritual merits, spiritual virtues, divine merits and virtues we acquire by engaging our life in the pure devotional services of divine couple Sri Radha Krishna, Supreme Absolute Divine. Then that sukriti, in other words, higher spiritual values, merits, capitals, always accompany us. They remain with us even after the departure from this material body. They remain with us. They actually help us great deal. They come to a big help to enrich in our next life after death. And if we can be properly engaged in the life of pure devotional service to Krishna, cultivating life of divine Krishna consciousness, then even in one lifetime of the sadhana, we can directly go to the transcendental abode, Goloka Vrindavana, and receive the shelter, receive the ambrosial shelter, immortal ambrosial shelter of Sri Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu, which is the highest fulfillment of life, by engaging in eternal love services to Sri Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu, and which is none other than highest nectarine, immortal fulfillment of life. So, Srila Sukadeva Goswami Prabhu always, he very specially called us, Sukadeva Goswami Prabhu announced this truth. He invited us to be participating in this most profitable, divinely gainsome, divinely valuable programs in our life, to be engaged in Radha Krishna consciousness, saying that human birth is very valuable. Don't think that every life you are going to be born as human being and you will be receiving this golden chance. Don't think, just simply look around. There are so many different species of lives, animal species, different creatures, animals, worms and all, birds, trees. And so, as you look around, you can find so many different species of lives. You can be one of them. 84 lakh species of lives found in the whole universal creation. So, be careful. So, don't think that every birth you are going to be born as human being and receive this golden chance. So, this time you receive by a great immense fortune, special sukriti, your virtues. You have received this wonderful, rare, invaluable human birth. Make the best utility. Utilize this human birth, this golden chance to the best, for the best attainment. Utilize it for your best gain, highest attainment, immortal nectarian attainment of life, and be liberated and go to the divine abode of Krishna. Go to the Krishna Loka, Radha Krishna Loka. And your life will be fulfilled. Be immortal. You are sons and daughters, you are the children of the Supreme Absolute Divine Nectar, Srinnantu Vishwe Amritasya Putra. So, back to God, back to home. Go back to your ambrosial home. This is mundane world, is foreign land for you. Your ultimate goal should be go back your immortal ambrosial home, in the shelter, nectarian divine shelter of Sri Radha Krishna, engaging in ecstatic loving service to them, and in return tasting so much satisfaction, blissful fulfillment. So that should be your goal. But if you all simply be wasting, misuse this human birth, you never know when again you will have this life, when again you are going to have this fortunate chance of being born as human being and engage in sadhana, cultivation of life divine, in relation to the Supreme Divine. So, because in other lives, we do not have higher intelligence, higher ability to engage in our higher cultivation, spiritual cultivations of life. Because the other species of life, like animals, birds, trees, they do not have high-class intelligence and consciousness like as human beings are blessed with. So utilize this very rare but invaluable chance of the human life and utilize it for the best cause, for your best ambrosial fulfillment, attainment. So that is Srila Sukadeva Goswami Prabhu and other exalted pure sadhus, pure devotees have always advised us. So here this beautiful temple can be considered like an outlet, one of the centers, giving that opportunity to the people, to the society, to come and engage in some devotional services to the Supreme Absolute Divine, while they are personified as He God and She Goddess, becomes Krishna Radhika, Supreme God, Supreme Goddess, Krishna Radhika. But ultimately they are one tattva, which is called as Supreme Absolute Divine Beautiful Truth. Supreme Absolute Truth of all divine beauty and ambrosial blissful, powerful nature. So this beautiful temple gives us this, opens this opportunity before you all. So nice. And Gaur Hari Bol. I just spontaneously felt speaking this way. Labdha sudur labhamidam bahusam bhavanti manusham arthadam anittam apiha dhira turnam jatit napatid unumrittu javan nisraya shaya vishayan nakalu sarvatasya nisraya shaya vishayan nakalu sarvatasya. That was the verse spoken by Srila Sukadeva Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam, which I have just explained in my own words. Some of the meanings, the natural meanings of this verse I just have explained now. Gaur Hari Bol. And to understand, we should be understanding that we have been able to receive this human life and enjoying our life with thinking, feeling, willingness. We are experiencing living our life comfortably, so nicely taken care of. It's all being possible by the Supreme Creator. If the Supreme Creator would not have such compassionate planning, planning or activity, then it would not be possible for us to take birth and be alive on our own. Okay? We are not the creator of our own selves. We are neither the creator of our own selves nor the maintainer of our own selves. All are given to us. All has been mercifully granted. Our lives, in other words, our life existence, all our senses, ability of perceptions, ability of experiences, life experiences, living our life, all these abilities actually have been blessed by the Supreme Absolute Creator. I mean, blessed. Awarded to us. So in that way, all are given to us. Therefore, we should always be feeling deep gratitude, deep respect and gratitude, devoted gratitude to that our beloved Lord, the Supreme Absolute Divine, our beloved Lord, for having so much compassion on us in many ways, because of His compassion, because of His compassion, gracious grant, because of His gracious grants, we are living. Because of His compassionate will, compassionate creations, we are living our life. So we should always be having a deep, profound, loving gratitude. And not only feeling a profound, loving gratitude, but we should also be doing something. Doing something for our Supreme, our guardian, so Supreme Guardian, so much caring Lord, Supreme Creator who have got so much caring and nurturing about our life, loving Guardian. So we should also be returning something. We cannot, we are eternally indebted to Him, Divine He, Divine See. Our debt, by quality and quantity, our indebtedness cannot be repaid. Our debts cannot be repaid. The way we are indebted to the the divine couple can never be paid off, but out of our loving gratitude and because of our own best interest of having immortal life divine, full of taste of divine bliss in relation to the Supreme Absolute Divine, our own highest divine interest, we should be engaged in cultivating our relations, forgotten relations with them. We should be engaged in devotional service to them. In return, we can be so much blessed, awarded with immortal life divine under their shelter ultimately, while we attain the liberation and go to their divine abode. And once we go there, we eternally live that blissful life, blissful divine life. Lord Krishna promises, once you come to me, you eternally reside with me. Jadgattano nivartante tadhama paramang mama. My loka, my divine abode is of such nature. Once you come back to me, once you come to me, attain to my divine dham, come under my shelter, your life is secured, your life is secure, eternally secured. You become immortal, your life becomes permanently secured and filled with blessings, blissful taste. Become so fulfilled, and you don't have to go back to the mortal plane again. Once you come to me under my shelter, to my divine abode, you continue to be residing with me forever, continue to be living with me forever, engaged in loving devotional relation with me, engaged in sweet devotional love services unto me. You feel so much ecstatic love with me. I also feel, I also give you, I also extend so much ecstatic love towards you. It is not one-sided. As you extend, as you offer your loving services to me in return, I also extend so much happy care, my love and affection towards you. I take care of you. I so nicely, lovingly take care of you. You know it for sure. So that should be your goal to achieve. Lord Krishna's promise. Hare Krishna. So I would also like to hear some Harikatha Amritam from our Srimad Nrsimha Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Shyam Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhika Dadare Krishna Bhaktaya Tadvaktaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachram Rekirim Vyat Kripatam Vaham Sikoro Dinadaranam Vamchakam Patitanam Bhavam
Hare
I want to offer my unlimited Koti Satsanga Dandavat Pranams eternally to our beloved little leader Pravishta Vishnupada Pranamsa Vijayacharya Srimad Bhakti Goswami. Similarly, to all our beloved instructors, spiritual masters, little leader Pravishta Vishnupada Pranamsa Vijayacharya Bhakti Nandan Goswami Maharaj, the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, all Guru Varga, Guru Parampara, Rupada Guru Varga. I try to always offer my respectful, humble obeisances to them. So, Srila Maharaj, Bhakti Nandan Swami Maharaj, be listening from this lotus mouth, very beautiful expressions of gratitude and thankfulness and glorification. Bhakti Saraguni Maharaj, sannyasis, Bhakti Sundar Maharaj, Bhakti Surya Shanti Maharaj, Bhakti Nistya Maharaj, and all the devotees, Radha Govinda Sevak Bhaktas, who established this temple and who serving the divine couple here to their satisfaction, to the satisfaction of our Guru Varga. Maybe we not all can understand this, what we speak here, what we express. But even understanding or not understanding, the main thing is that you get if a sadhu, Vaishnava, like Maharaj or Muni Maharaj, whole life from childhood up to the old age, practicing what they are speaking, they're practicing, they're doing this. All the time praying, glorification, offer the respects, serving with their body, mind and speech to glorify the Guru, our Guru Varga, that we can never pay back our indebtedness, like Maharaj mentioned, also even to this world. We're taking the air, we now still get fresh, clean air, water, electricity, teachings from the school, and for the scientists, unlimited advantages we get. And we ever have a gratitude to offer our thankfulness, our gratitude to them all, how we are much indebted to our parents. They gave us this body. In this body you can realize yourself, realize your real self, and go back home to the spiritual world forever. In Christianity they say to go to heaven or go to the spirituality means you go beyond the mortal, dying, sick world, suffering world. Everybody is suffering in this world. Not only animals or trees or insects or plants, also human. Everybody is suffering. That is the plane of suffering is made. It's temporary and this is suffering. Also temporary means you get some depression in your mind because you feel you're eternal. And you're inflamed with this body, mind, this subtle and gross body, the soul, Atma, is is encaged here. It's not our nature. In the scriptures, the example is given, if you take a fish out of water and you give him a golden willow, a nice man, woman, family, nice house, everything nice, beautiful. He will be happy with that arrangement. He can never be happy because it's not his nature. His nature is to live in the water, to floating happily there. There he can enjoy the life, but not. So similarly, whatever the humans in our elevated civilization, whatever they try to achieve, whether they search and whatever they want to establish here to live more comfortably, finally this will be a failure completely, 100%, because you have lived everything. We see the most richest, most with many followers, many power, everything, how they end up. I know many stories about it. I don't want to go in that because it's horrible how those people end up. But everybody looking to them, grandeur, power, influence, many followers, very nicely power. How they end up? You go to the history, and it's not so pleasing. So, the Divine Lord Sri Krishna Bhagavan, Hari, he comes to this material world and to perform many beautiful leelas, means playful, beautiful pastimes with their own members from the eternal abode, from the spiritual world. They come and manifest to attract that we can listen their glorious activities. Their glorious activities of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, who are not mortal body, the eternal Sat Chit Ananda. They come here to play their beautiful pastimes, what they eternally play in the eternal world, similarly, here. To give the chance to especially the humans, to listen about it. So we must give like Maharaj, to dedicate our life more and more to the divinity. Then, in the last moment, we saw the great soul, their teaching, but their example, but their noble, divine, beautiful life, free of sin, free of offenses, apara, very clean life. How beautiful they will go to when they leave this body. We have maybe never seen and heard about it, but how ordinary when your karma, if you perform bad activities, sinful activities, how people end up in the chaotic, drastic way to leave this body all of a sudden. Then what will be go become a ghost? And again, another chance you have to come again to this world. And again, you will be similarly indebted to all this energy we are using, including our spiritual line where we got the divine teachings. So when we offer our respects to the divine, and we could develop such a gratitude and thankfulness that the Lord gave me the chance that I got the beautiful association of our Guru, spiritual teacher. Guru means darkness, Ru means remove. He removed the darkness and put me to the light where I can be happy like a fish in the water, my natural life. Happy, good feeling, no depression, no fear, anxiety. All these so many problems created artificially to make more money or to get more power, but it's all temporary. Dukhalayama Shashvatam. It's temporary and suffering. So how to get my nature? I must bathe myself in the glories of this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is a Maha Mantra, divine mantra. By chanting and repeating and hearing that, and the glorification of Krishna's name, form, character, and beautiful, divine, playful pastimes. That is our life meant for that. If we find out in our old age, in the last moments before we leave this body, it's called death. But that cannot take place because we are eternal. We are soul, we are not the body, not the mind. So how to understand all this? And not understand or believe, we have to realize it. And have to live in that realization, in that feeling. Like everybody is about only the feeling, the mood, the feeling, only that is counting. Not a lot of knowledge, jnana, karma, that will not work. They are not limbs of bhakti. They are not limbs of divine loving service to the divine. It's not limbs like that. This is mortal, this is maya, illusion. So in this network of illusion, so the soul has to come out to jump like the fish in the water when he is in his nature. So our nature is Jivas Ruphoy Krishna Nityathas. Tatastha Shakti Veda Veda Prakash. We are eternal servants of God. We are eternal servants of God. That is our beautiful, happy nature. Without fear, without depression, without worriness about whatever happened in this world. Completely out of that. Divine. So the divine, playful, beautiful pastimes of God, of Krishna, when he comes to this world, is meant first for his own enjoyment, and he wants to take all of us in his enjoyment. One most important here, in the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came to Rangana, he takes darshan of Lord Rangana, Ranga Kshetra. One brahmin is sitting on the doorstep of the temple and he's reading Bhagavad Gita. No, not reading because he's illiterate, he cannot read at all. So Mahaprabhu but he's crying, tears came from his eyes, and he's looking, and the other people joking, oh, he cannot even read, or to speak Sanskrit, to understand his language. So while he's shedding tears, he's crying, even keeping the book even upside down. Then Mahaprabhu, he asked him, what is going on with you? You're reading Bhagavad Gita here? No, my Lord, I cannot read, I don't know how to read. Then from where is your emotion, your feelings of this divine, where it is coming from? He said, my Guru Dev, we thought we should read Bhagavad Gita, but I don't know, illiterate, I don't know how to read. But I see one picture inside where Krishna drives the chariot of Arjuna the fighter in the war. So that makes me completely so emotional. Because how Bhagavan, Jagannath, Krishna, the maintainer and giver of unlimited universes, the maintainer and the creator of unlimited universes in the material world, he, the only master, Bhagavan, God, he becomes the servant of his servant. How is possible? God, the highest entity, becomes the servant of his servant, not opposite. The servant have to serve. We are all servants of God, but God becomes the servant of his servant. That makes him so emotional. And that is very difficult to hear this anywhere. God is not bound to anyone. Because we're all coming from him. Our nature is like the fish in the water, to be happy in that mood, eternally. So that is possible. Aham bhakta paradino, sadhapi krasna hrideo, bhakta jana priyaho. Bhakta jana priyaho. The bhakta of my bhakta is also priya, dear to me. Aham bhakta paradino, I am under my bhakta. How is this possible? This is achintya, adokshacha, inconceivable. I want a little speech more from Maharaj. So he asked me to speak because now more devotees came. I hope Maharaj will.
So no, please continue.
Maharaj,
No,
because Maharaj is going back, so...
I have already spoken enough Harikathas. So please,
It's good.
I enjoy to hear from you.
It's fine.
Is that?
Oh, this is,
It's already time,
enough.
now 7 o'clock.
Hey, we can until Maharaj is coming. Please. We need.
See, Srila Pariksit Maharaj, the noble king Pariksita, asked Srila Sukadeva Goswami, when Sukadeva Goswami Prabhu, in spontaneous mode, driven by the divine will of Lord Krishna, entered the assembly of King Parikshita after he was dramatically cursed that he would go to die, he would go to leave his body within 7 days. Then once everybody everybody gave warm welcome to Sukadeva Goswami, respectfully greeted him and respectfully requested him to take the Vyasasana. Once Sukadeva Goswami was seated in the Vyasasana, King Parikshita asked him, then how can I utilize this 7 days time to my best so that I can receive the best benefits, best gain of my life? Oh Prabhu, oh Sukadeva Goswami, I have heard of you that you have been realized soul. You have been so divinely wise from your very birth, deeply situated in Brahma Jnana, divine wisdom, divine, Brahma consciousness. I know you are realized Mahatma. So kindly advise me, how can I attain the best benefits of my life? I can receive the highest fulfillment of life within this small time period, 7 days. So Sukadeva Goswami replied smilingly, Maharaj, you have got 7 days. 7 days you have got enough time for receiving your divine goal, highest, immortal, divine goal of life. Our advancement may not always be depending on the amount of the time, but how it is depending on how we are properly understanding the value of our time, energy, the very value of our time, place, situation, and make the best utility, make the best use of our time, energy, situation in the interest, in connection with the Supreme Absolute Divine Lord, in order to have the best gain. So Maharaj, don't worry. O noble King Pariksit, don't worry about your only small time limit, only 7 days. 7 days left before you leave the material body. But you understand, even a moment, one can receive a great benefits, great benediction. One's life can be so fulfilled with higher divine benediction, even within a moment, if that moment is properly utilized, properly used, with full sincerity and devotion to attain the highest goal of life, to relate, to connect to the highest divine goal, ambrosial goal of life, attainment of the supreme, beautiful Lord Krishna. So, and then he started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. The reason why, what is the reason I'm explaining about this? That, see, we all are coming, participating in all different programs, days after days. Okay, many times they are very beneficial. But we have to be properly attentive. We have to be focused, properly caring, serious, very sincere, to be utilizing those moments of life through which utilizing those time and situation in our lives when we come to engage in devotional service to the Lord, we come in connection with the supreme divine truth of life, Krishna. We need to utilize those with best of our ability, best of our sincerity and focus, spirit of dedication, not just passing them in a casual way. Sukadeva Goswami explains, O King Pariksit, what is the use? What is the use of spending, long time? What is the use of spending or passing on so long time without proper utility, without properly using it, without properly utilizing it for the best gain of life? There is no use. Rather, one moment can be so valuable. In some small time, some moments can be so valuable when it is properly understood, when its value is properly understood, when it is properly utilized, properly used for the best cause, for the best interest, best divine interest of our life, through our dedications to the supreme divine, to the supreme absolute divine. So, you have got 7 days enough time. All you need to do, the noble king, Pariksit, all you need to do, be completely focused, dedicated, devoted to the Supreme Lord Krishna, and engaging yourself in hearing His divine activities, divine glories, divine qualities. Engage in hearing about His divine glories and qualities, and be dedicating yourself to be drinking the nectar of His glories and His Leela, and be absorbed in your loving mood, devotional mood in relation to Him. Be engaged in devotional service in your mind and heart. You will be receiving the highest benefit. You will be receiving the highest benefit, highest gain, highest fulfillment of life within this short while. It is ensured, I promise to you. Ensured. So don't worry. Don't worry. Which is all important is to be utilizing all our most invaluable time, energy of life for the invaluable attainment, for the highest, immortal, priceless attainment, that is our immortal life divine, immortal ambrosial life engaged in loving service to Lord Krishna Radhika. And Sukadeva, and listening to Sukadeva, following the instruction of Sukadeva Goswami, King Pariksit did. He applied himself, dedicated himself in that way, And at the end of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami asked him, Maharaj, are you still worried? O King Pariksit, are you still worried in any way, under any tension that you are going to leave this material body? Pariksit Maharaj immediately replied to Sukadeva Goswami with so much smile and happiness, Maharaj, O Sukadeva Goswami, by your grace, now I have already attained such a state transcending my material existence. I feel I have already been liberated. I am already living on the liberated plane by your grace, by the compassionate sanction of Divine Lord Krishna. So it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't at all matter to me. It doesn't make or break to me whether I live with this material body or not. Whether takshak comes and bites me, my material body is gone, or I live. It doesn't make any difference, because I have already been able to realize my own self, that I am spirit self, a direct energy, direct particle of Krishna, a direct part of Krishna. I am spirit soul, that is my real identity. So takshak cannot touch that in any way. Anyway, and some way it was hinted to Sukadeva Goswami, it was hinted by Sukadeva Goswami to King Pariksit, that King Pariksit had the power, had that great power, special power to do away with the cursing of that Brahmana child, and he could easily ignore. He had that such ability to ignore, to overpower takshak's biting, all these. Takshak would not be able to bite King Pariksit and thereby oblige him to leave his body, because King Pariksit was such a high-class devotee with higher spiritual power. He could easily do away, destroy destroy that curse, destroy the energy of that curse, and easily falsify. How do you say? Invalidate, easily nullify. Yeah. Nullify that curse, that within 7 days he would be dying by takshak's bite. He had that superior ability and power as one, being the pure devotee of Supreme Lord. He could easily nullify, invalidate that curse. But he didn't bother about. Okay, he gave a curse, he's after all Brahmana, he acquired some mystic siddhis. So maybe it is the design of the Lord Krishna's desire that I go back to his abode quickly, earlier, rather than living more on this mundane plane of existence, continuing to live more on this mortal, mundane plane of existence, so unworthy plane compared to living on the plane of divinity, a divine abode of Lord. So Lord Krishna wants to receive me. Lord Krishna called me earlier. He wants me to go to him as early as possible. It is his special blessings. Lord Krishna's special gracious grant. It is actually a boon. Actually, it's a boon to me in the form of curse that I receive such call from Lord Krishna so soon, without living my material life on this material plane of existence, plane of suffering and all this, many ways godless plane of suffering and miseries, mortal existence. Rather, I take it as the grace has sanctioned from Lord, that He arranged in such a way that my material body will be gone. I will be I'll be re-manifesting with my spiritual, divine spiritual body and spiritual form. And go back to my divine Lord Krishna quickly, without wasting more time, energy on this plane. So that's how he felt. He took it. It was, but Pariksit Maharaj was very powerful. He could easily nullify the curse of Takshaka, but he willingly didn't do it. He didn't do it deliberately. Then at the end he said to Sukadeva Goswami, asked by Sukadeva Goswami how he was feeling, what change he went through after listening, hearing Srimad Bhagavati Katha. Then he admitted, Oh my divine Master Sukadeva Goswami, by your grace, now I have been uplifted to such a higher plane, transcending my mortal existence, my material bodily plane. I feel divinely liberated. I feel situated on the plane of liberty, on the plane of liberation, transcendental plane of liberation. I'm already now situated in my own original self, divine self. I can directly realize I am Krishna's energy, and there's no question for the Takshaka, futile jiva, to touch that my real self. And in order to fulfill that Brahma sharp, he will come and bite on this material body. So I am no more dependent on my material body. It doesn't matter to me, doesn't make any difference whether it stays or it doesn't stay. I'm now living on the transcendental plane of liberation, beyond the jurisdiction of mortality, mortal material existence. And it has been possible by your grace, my Lord Sukadeva Goswami. Then Sukadeva Goswami looked at him, full of smiles. Yes, O noble king, yes, Maharaj, now I can also feel into your consciousness. I could feel into your reality, your realization now. And he said, Tantu Rajan Marishyeti Pashubuddhir Mimang Jahi. Sukadeva Goswami mentioned to Pariksit Maharaj, or just before asking him, in that context of asking him how he was doing, okay, at the end of Srimad Bhagavati Katha, he said, Tantu Rajan Marishyeti Pashubuddhir Mimang Jahi. O noble king, just destroy that sensation, that kind of your illusory perception that you die. Simply you try to destroy your illusory concept that you die. You never die. Simply your material body, like your outer dress, some external clothing or external dress will go off. You will go out of this, you will just take off your external dress in the form of material body. But please, king, just be killing, just be destroying your such type of sensation or perception that you are going to die. No, rather you are going to liberate it. And the feelings that we are going to die is a Pashu Buddhi. He compared that is animalistic consciousness. That's not higher human divine consciousness. Animals become fearful. Animals become fearful of the death. Ahar nidra bhaya maithun. Aharo nidra bhaya maithunancha. Samanna metat pasubhir naranam. So on the animalistic level, animalistic consciousness, fear about the death of the material body found. Because they do not have the higher knowledge about, they do not have the higher realization, cannot have the higher realization about their real self beyond the death, that they never die, they cannot realize. But in the human life it is possible to realize by hearing Bhagavati Katha, Krishna Katha, by receiving the divine knowledge in Krishna consciousness, divine wisdom, lights of divine knowledge in Krishna consciousness, immortal knowledge of immortal divine nature. You know that you never die, your body goes away. Your body is left, your material body just dies, but you never die. So, O king, never indulge into such consciousness that you die. That is Pashu Buddhi, animalistic consciousness. Go beyond it and feel, realize that you are immortal. Your real self is immortal in relation to Krishna. And that's what he felt. He realized at the end, he admitted that he has already realized about that truth, that immortal truth, that he himself is immortal. And he is already situated on that liberated plane of realization now, Atma Jnana, that he is immortal. His real self is transcendental to any kind of death, any type of mortality. And he is already situated in that plane of consciousness, realization. So it doesn't really bother him at all whether he lives in this with this material body or not. And then Sukadeva Goswami smiled at and congratulated him. And so it was also understood in ways that King Pariksit got such superior ability, such superior power at that time, being purely devoted, purely connected with Lord Krishna, becoming a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, he could easily nullify. If he would have wished so, he could have easily destroyed, nullify all the curse of Takshaka. Takshaka could not approach him, or what to speak more of touching and biting him. He could not even come nearby him. He could have nullified. But he kindly didn't do it. Then it would be dishonoring the curse, some Brahminical power of that Brahmin boy who misunderstood the whole event, whole incident. Why Pariksit Maharaj put a dead snake around the neck, not to take away the hard-earned spiritual merits what he was acquiring through tapasya. So, because he wanted, a glass of water, and then he found him absorbed in dhyana. But there's some rule in the Holy Scripture: if some guest comes in your house wanting some water, wanting some food, and if you don't supply that water to a thirsty guest, some punnam is taken away from the host. And Pariksit Maharaj didn't want to do it. So if you give some little chastisement, punishment, then that punna doesn't have to be taken away. That was the way. So Pariksit Maharaj's intention was very good, in order not to take away any punnam, any spiritual medicine, virtues from that rishi who was in deep meditation, did not know. So he just gave little punishment, knowing that he was able, he had qualification, had that adhikar, had that authority to give little chastisement, being the king of the domain. So he just found which way. He found a dead snake, and he just put the dead snake around him, like it's kind of punishment given, kind of dishonor. But he did it not to really dishonor, disrespect, insult that rishi, but in order not to take away any punnam, hard-earned punnam, what he was trying hard to earn through tapasya. So Therefore he did it. But after doing so, after coming back to his capital, he was remorseful that he might not have, he could have avoided doing in that way. Maybe some punnam would be taken away, but it could be taken as an act of insulting him, dishonoring him. He might not have, he should not have done that in that way. Then at that moment some news came. You have been cursed because of such act. You have been cursed by Brahminical son, by son of the Brahmana. You will be dying within 7 days. You will die by Takshaka's bite. As soon as he heard that news through the disciples of that rishi, he became joyful. He became happy instead of becoming, mortified, very sad and fearful of death. He became joyful. See, that is the higher quality of King Pariksit. He thought, I did some insulting, I did some humiliating act in relation to that rishi. I did some inappropriate things. I might not have done. I could have found some other ways not to take away his punnam. It happened so. I did some act which insulted, so I got good punishment for that. Okay, I'm reaping that result. Now I'm cursed. Okay, fine. Now I feel happy. I did some activities offensive to that Muni, Rishi, and now I got the punishment, so it is now equal, now rectified. It is now purified, rectified through this. Okay, maybe it's the desire of the Lord. Then he became more worrying how to receive the best gain within only 7 days now. Okay, only 7 days are left in my life. So how to receive the best gain, best benefit, best divine benefit, highest fulfillment of life within these 7 days. Then he started asking all the Muni, Rishi, Yogis assembled in his assembly. Everybody was recommending to him, advising him, recommending him according to their realization. Some say, Maharaj, you engage in yoga practice. Some say, become Gyani. Okay. Some said, you engage in tapasya, ascetic tapasya. Be engaged in giving charity and do tapasya, do yogic activities, some said. So do this, do that. He was confused. Which way to follow? Then when Sukadeva Goswami entered in his assembly, everybody stood up in high respect to greet him. And everybody almost in a chorus voice said to Pariksit Maharaj, addressed to Pariksit Maharaj in a chorus voice, saying, Maharaj, you are very, very fortunate, or you are highly fortunate that this Mahatma has appeared in your assembly, yes, in a spontaneous way. It cannot be without being driven by some sweet will of the Lord over here, without being directed by the Supreme Lord. Such Mahatma cannot just come to your assembly. And when Sukadeva Goswami entered King Pariksit's assembly, he was totally naked, 16 years youth, full of beauty and aura, filled with effulgence of the brahmacharyam, completely naked. And all the Muni, Rishi, Yogis, including Vyasadeva, his father, and Parashara Muni, and Devarshina, all stood up in honor to be greeting, to be welcoming Sukadeva Goswami, and then requested him to take the Vyasasana. And everybody now, addressing King Parikshita, everybody spoke, told him in a chorus voice, you are very, very fortunate, O noble King Pariksit, you are so fortunate that such Mahatma appeared in your life. Now you welcome him. You welcome him to be sitting on the Vyasasana. We all are unanimously agreeing to accept him as the Acharya in the Vyasasana. Not only you, we are all unanimously very eagerful now, very eager to be listening the instructions, hearing the instructions of this such Mahatma. Not only his presence is so beneficial for you, so beneficial for us. Now you don't have to be confused, don't have to ask us which way you will receive the best benefit of life. Now ask him. Whatever way this Mahatma is going to guide you, whatever way this Mahatma will be recommending, instructing, you will all want to be following that. You are highly fortunate. That's how Sukadeva Goswami came and well received. So highly received with high respect and devotion. And then that Sukadeva Goswami started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, and Pariksit Maharaj started hearing, and Pariksit Maharaj simply became ambrosially fulfilled. He had the realization of highest ambrosial fulfillment, immortal ambrosial fulfillment, being situated in ambrosial, immortal Krishna consciousness, being situated in the divine state of Krishna conscious life. And he became so powerful at that time, he could easily discard, nullify Takshaka's curse. But he was being kind, not to discard it, because he thought he deserved that kind of treatment, because he insulted that Muni by putting some dead snake around his. So he was deserving. So he welcomed that kind of punishment, and he felt it was the time it became instrumental. He also realized, King Pariksit Maharaj realized, that why I was inspired, why I felt in that way to put a dead snake around the neck. I became instrumental because of this way it will be happening. I would be cursed, and if I would not be cursed, Srimad Bhagavati Katha would not have appeared. So these are all incidental. So I was being instrumental to play such a role of putting a dead snake around the neck of that rishi in order not to take away any virtue. It was all happening arranged by some divine will, something there, in order to make create a scope of Srimad Bhagavati Katha to appear. In this way, he was taking it as blessings. And then at some point, King Parikshita, he went. King Parikshita, then he went to the divine abode of the Supreme Lord directly. That way. Anyway, I know. Anyway, when Harikatha is continuing more, apparently breaking some rules, regulations, Supreme Lords don't become unhappy. Supreme Lord doesn't become unhappy because it is another form of worshipping. Another form of worshipping. Vidhi, crossing with Vidhi Bhakti, flowing more in Raga Bhakti way, absorbed in Harikatha. They are chanting, singing their glories. Okay, Maharaj, so now, ready. Jai Nitai Gaur Haribo, Hare Krishna.
Jai Srimad Bhakti Nandan Swami Maharaj.
Jai Srimad Bhakti Chakra Nrsimha Maharaj ki Jai, Srimad Bhakti Sadhuk Muni Maharaj ki Jai, Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai.